Hey guys, welcome back sa discussion natin regarding integration of rational fractions. So for this session, we will be discussing the remaining two cases para sa topic na to. So previously, we have already discussed yung case 1 and case 2 which deals with denominators involving linear factors, non-repeating and repeating. Then for this session, we will be discussing case number 3 and case number 4 which consists of denominator na merong quadratic factors na yung case 3 is non-repeated and case 4 is repeated. So for these last two cases, I will just be giving one example for each number because mas madali na siyang intindihin kasi nagawa na natin yung process when we solve problems using case 1 and case 2. Okay? So, let's proceed. So, ito yung definition na included dun sa book natin. So, for case 3, so sabi, case 3, for the quadratic factor, ax squared plus bx plus c. So, ito yung mismong quadratic form ng equation. So, pag ganito yung denominator natin nasa ganitong form, ibig sabihin quadratic siya, occurring in the denominator of the rational fraction. Ang i-associate daw nating partial fraction niya is this one. So, yung pinaka formula niya is a multiplied by kung ano yung derivative nung function natin to sa ilalim. So, kung pwede kong i-rewrite to, halimbawa itong whole quadratic equation na to, i-let ko as y. So, mangyayari doon sa numerator natin, o yung doon sa mismong partial fraction formula natin is a y prime plus b all over y. Okay? So, ito lang yung gagamitin natin. So, ito is ilalagay natin for each separate quadratic factor na makukuha natin doon sa problem natin. Okay? So again, in solving these kinds of problem or cases, we will still be using these two methods kung alin yung mas convenient sa inyo. Pero in my experience in solving these kinds of problem for case 3 and case 4, the most effective and the most the faster way of solving it is by equating the coefficient with respective powers. Okay? So, pero depende pa rin sa inyo kung saan kayo mas nadadalian. Okay? So, pwede naman kayo mag-equate din ng value for x para ma-determine yung value of the constants. Okay? So, let's first have the case number 3. Example number 1. Okay? Okay, so suppose we have this example. So, integration of 8x squared minus x plus 8 all over x times x squared plus 4 dx. Okay, so mind natin yung denominator natin. So, anong meron tayo sa denominator? We have two factors given already. So, yung x, which is a linear factor, and x squared plus 4. So, for this case, x squared plus 4 is already a quadratic factor kasi hindi natin makuha yung kanyang simplified or wala siyang binomial factor sa kanya. So, pwede natin gamitin yung formula nung sa quadratic factor na partial fraction na itong formula to. Okay? So, for this one, combination siya ng linear na non-repeated and quadratic na non-repeated. Okay? So, our partial fraction or decomposition can be a all over x, pertaining dun tayo dun sa first linear natin na factor. And para sa x squared plus 4, again, yung given sa atin dito is a y prime plus b over y. Kasi since nagamit na natin yung a, adjust lang natin magiging itong b, y prime plus c all over kung ano yung function na yan. Okay? So, plus b, tas derivative daw nito, derivative niya is 2x plus c all over that particular factor. Okay, so yung x squared plus 4. Okay, so what we can do is just to solve this katulad ng ginagawa na natin before. Okay, so rewrite lang natin. So yung ito yung kailangan natin kunin yung LCD. So we have 8x squared minus x plus 8 over x squared plus 4 equals to a over x plus multiply ko na to 2bx plus c over x squared plus 4. Okay, so para calculate natin to, so again multiply lang natin siya nung common factor natin for both for all terms, both the left side and right side of the equation. So we have this one. Okay, so dito matitira is yung numerator lang, minus x plus 8 is equals to, dito magka-cancel out yung x, so we have a times x squared plus 4, then we have 2bx plus c times x. Then we'll just simplify this one, so we have 8x squared minus x plus 8 is equals to ax squared plus 4a plus 2b x squared plus cx. Okay, so upon arriving at this equation, we will now use two methods for obtaining yung values ng unknown natin, which is yung a, b, and c for this particular problem. Okay, so again, in my experience in solving this kind of cases, mas convenient para sa akin yung number 2, yung equating ng coefficient to respective powers niya. So let's just use that method, then try nyo yung another method, yung method number 1, kung same yung magiging answer natin. Okay, so equating natin coefficient. So yung highest coefficient na meron tayo dito o yung is degree 2. So para sa x squared, kunin natin lahat ng may x squared. So itong 8x squared para sa left side, so we have 8 is equals to lahat ng may x squared sa right side, so we have ax squared tsaka 2bx squared. So we have a plus 2b. Okay, so we have our first equation. Then yung x raised to 1 natin, first degree ng x, so we have dito negative x, so negative 1 is equals to, dito may x lang natin si c, so c is equals to negative 1. So meron agad tayong isang value ng coefficient. Then last is yung para sa constant, so x raised to 0 or constant. So dito ang constant is yung 8 para sa left side. Then sa right side, constant natin is c, 4a. So simplifying this one, we have a is equals to 2. So we have a is equals to 2, substitute lang natin dito. This will be 8 is equals to 2 plus 2b. Then transpose natin yung 2 sa kabila. So we have 6 is equals to 2b, or b is equals to 3. So ito na yung value ng coefficients natin. Okay, so ngayon substitute natin dito sa given na problem natin. So yung a natin is 2 over x plus yung b natin is 3 times 2x plus yung c natin is negative 1 over x squared plus 4. Okay, so this is all inside the integral sign. Okay, so simplify na lang natin to. So pag hiwalayin ko na lang yung bawat term, so we have 2 over x dx plus we have 6x minus 1 over x squared plus 4 dx. Okay, next is so itong second term natin, pwede pa natin siyang paghiwalayin. So pwede natin gawing 2 over x dx plus yun kong 6x all over x squared plus 4 minus dx, so minus yung negative 1, so dx all over x squared plus 4. Okay, then and simplify na natin. So dito constant lalabas natin, matitira is dx over x. Integral of dx over x is ln x. Okay, and next dito 6x yung factor natin dito. So we have x squared plus 4, ang derivative niya is, kung ang u natin, just flip. Ibay natin ang kulay. So, ang u natin is equals to x squared plus 4. Ang du natin should be 2x dx. Okay? So, pwede natin gawin is labas natin yung 6. Then, introduce tayo ng 2 sa loob. So, 6 over 2. Tapos, magiging itong 2x dx all over x squared plus 4 minus. So, yung last term natin is using yung check nyo yung chapter 3 ng book. So, chapter 3.5. Okay. Ilagay ko lang sa taas. So, para sa chapter 3.5, page 51. So, sabi, if we have integral of du over a squared plus u squared, ang derivative, ang integral daw niya, o antiderivative niya is 1 over a arctangent u over a plus c. Okay? So, kaya pinasok ko to kasi this third term correspond dito sa form na to. Okay? So, we can use that. So, we have dx all over. Kaya ko lang yung form na to. So, yung a natin is yung constant. So, we have 2 squared plus x squared. Okay? Plus c. Kasi nag-integrate na tayo ng isa. Okay? Then, simplify. So, we have 2 ln x plus, this will be 3 ln x squared plus 4 minus, so pasok na natin tong integral niyang to. So 1 over 2 arctangent ng u over a, so x over 2 plus c. Okay, so this can be your final answer, or simplify lang natin. So, pwede natin gawin is multiply natin ng 2 lahat ng terms. So, we have 4 ln x plus 6 ln x squared plus 4 minus arctangent x over 2 plus c. Then, combine lang natin yung natural logarithm. So, we have ln x raised to 4 plus 2. So, dapat multiply x squared plus 4 raised to 6 minus arctangent x over 2 plus c. So, this can be your final answer. Kasi sa textbook, hanggang dito lang ginagawa niya. Or, this can be also your final answer. Okay? So, matter of simplifying na lang nung mismong equation natin. Okay? So, that is for case number 3. Okay? So, if dun sa exercises na gagawin nyo, 5.3, if ever hindi ma-apply yung partial differentiation o partial decomposition dun sa given problem, nakalagay naman dun sa instruction natin na simply put n for not solvable problems using this particular case. Okay? Kasi dito sa book, meron siyang later do sa case 4, meron siyang ginawang method na sinamahan niya ng trigonometric substitution do sa problem, which I think kung magiging strict tayo regarding the method to use, dapat hindi natin ipasok yung trigonometric. Pero upon solving other problems, halimbawa in the future sa application, you can use all methods as deemed necessary dun sa problem. Okay? So, basta yung focus natin ngayon is partial decomposition lang muna tayo. Okay. So, this is for case number 3. So, let's proceed with case number 4. Okay. So, for case number 4, sabi niya, for the quadratic factor, so same factor tayo, occurring denominator, the rational fraction repeated n times, associate the partial fractions. So, same lang to nung case number 2 na ginawa natin last time. Ang ginagawa lang natin, doon sa una, yung first degree lang, nung repeated natin. Then kung hanggang kailan siya nag-repeat, ganun kadami yung terms natin. Okay? So again, itong nasa taas is yung nakamultiply sa kanya is yung derivative nung nasa ilalim. So same lang dapat itong values nito. Ang nagbabago niya ay yung value ng degree dito. And of course, pagdating mo sa solution, kapag A to, B to, mangyayari mo dito, para hindi nakakalito, gawin mong C, D, tapos E, F, so, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, case number 4 is just the same as case number 3. The difference is, we just repeat the particular partial decomposition depending on the degree that the denominator has. Okay, so let's look at example number 2 for case number 4. Okay, so for case number 4 we have this example. So we have x cubed minus 4x all over x squared plus 1. Okay, so see, x squared plus 1 is already a quadratic form. Tapos, naka-squared siya. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang beses siyang nag-repeat. Okay? So, gagawin lang natin is to represent yung first degree sa isang term. Since ang degree natin is 2, so dapat dalawang term yung gagamitin natin. Okay? One for the first degree and another for the second degree. So, gagawin natin A times yung derivative ng nasa loob. So we have 2x plus b all over x squared plus 1. So ito yung first degree. Okay? Plus c times 2x plus d all over x squared plus 1 squared. So yan second degree. So same lang din ang ginagawa natin sa case number 2. So after you have represented the number of degrees do sa number dito ng degrees dito sa last term ng partial decomposition mo, you can now proceed with the solution. Okay, so your solution will be just to factor out ulit yung common terms, yung common LCD sa kanya. So sa left side we have x cubed minus 4x all over x squared plus 1 squared is equals to, simplify ko lang, 2ax plus b all over x squared plus 1 plus 2cx plus d all over x squared plus 1 squared. So kunin natin yung least common denominator or factor for both side of the equation. So we have x squared plus 1 squared. So yung lagi din naman na papansin nyo siguro, basta kung ano yung denominator sa left side, yun yung gamitin yung pang-multiply dito. Kasi kailangan yung numerator lang yung maiwan dito sa left side. Okay? So kung baka may iba nagtataka bakit hindi x squared plus 1 lang. So basically the explanation is, pag x squared plus 1 lang, hindi siya ma-divide dito sa term na to and dito sa term na to. Kaya kailangan x squared plus naka-raise at second degree kasi para ma-divide siya dito sa dalawang term na to. Okay? Pero to simplify things, i-check nyo na lang kung ano yung denominator na nasa left side, then dun nyo sila multiply kasi itong left side natin is the combination of the equations on the right side. Kaya hindi magkakamali kayo dito pag yun yung agad yung ginamit nyo. Okay? So simplify natin. So we have x cubed minus 4x is equals to 2ax plus b. Tapos multiply natin ng x squared plus 1 plus 2cx plus d. And simplify natin to. Distribute nyo lang. So we have 2ax cubed plus bx squared plus 2ax plus b plus 2cx plus d. Okay? So, again, method 2 ulit yung gamitin natin kasi mas madali nga yun. Again, in my experience, in solving case 3 and case 4, mas madali yung method number 2. So, sa x cube muna tayo. X cube natin, sa left side ito, coefficient niya is 1, is equals to, lahat ng may x cube. So, dito ang may x cube is C. Ito lang, yung first term lang. So, 2a. So, we can now identify na si a is equals to 1/2. Okay? Then, second degree. Sa left side is walang second degree. So, 0 is equals to, dito, 1. So, isa lang, yung may x squared. So, b is equals to 0. Okay? Wala tayong magagawa kung yun talaga yung lalabas. Wala tayong magagawa. Then, first degree. Dito, first degree natin is -4 yung coefficient sa left side. Is equals to, ito, first degree. Then, ito, 2c. So, we have 2a plus 2c. So, again, identify natin na si a is equals to 1/2. So, 2 times 1/2 plus 2c. Simplify, -4 is equals to 1 plus 2c. So, c is equals to -5/2. Okay? So, yun yung value ni c. So, last, kapag x is raised to 0 o constant. Sa left side, walang constant. So, 0 is equals to b plus d na lang tayo. b plus d. Pero na-identify natin na si b is equals to 0. So, d is equals to 0. Okay. So, upon identifying yan, substitute lang natin yung dito sa given partial fraction natin. Okay. So, we have a is 1/2. So, 1/2 times 2x plus b is 0 all over x squared plus 1. Okay. Plus c is -5/2 times 2x plus 0 all over x squared plus 1 squared. Again, this is all inside the integral sign. Okay, simplify. Let's use another color of pen. Alam natin yung ibang solution. Okay, so 1/2 times 2x. So we have x all over x squared plus 1 for the first term. Next is ito magka-cancel out. We have -5 all over x squared plus 1 squared. Okay, lagyan natin ng dx. Okay, then perform natin yung derivative niya. So dito, u is equals to x squared plus 1. So we have du is equals to 2x dx. So kailangan natin ng 2 doon. So introduce natin si 1/2 para magkameron ng 2x dx all over x squared plus 1 minus dito, factor out natin yung 5. Then, x squared plus 1 din to. So, kailangan 2x dx din. So, introduce natin yung 2. Okay? Pero, lagay ko sa numerator yung nasa denominator. Then, 2x dx. Okay? So, simplify. So, 1/2. So, ito, nagpo-conform siya sa du over u. So, we have ln x squared plus 1 minus 5/2. Ito will be x squared plus 1 -1 over -1 plus c. And simplify, we have 1/2 ln x squared plus 1. So, negative, so plus 5/2 times, naka-negative 1 yung exponent, so we have to bring it down. 1 over x squared plus 1 plus c. Okay. So, yung iba gusto pa i-simplify, pwede natin gawing 1/2 divided by ln x squared plus 1 plus 5 all over x squared plus 1. Okay. Okay lang may plus C kasi alam naman natin na. Okay? So, this will be your final answer. Okay? So, that's how you will solve case number 44, repeated quadratic equation. Again, please study yung remaining example sa book. So, yung sa first example natin, sa example number 1, sa book, makikita nyo mali yung ginawa nyong process doon. So, ito dapat yung tamang sagot. So, makiki-correct na lang yung book nyo. Then, for example number 2, same answer naman itong lumalabas sa solution natin dito. Okay? So, for case number, so, para sa 5.4, yung example 2 and 3 nya is including yung trigonometric substitution natin. So, paggawa doon sa exercises, we just have to focus kung kaya siyang isolve sa partial fraction. Pag hindi kayang solve ng partial fraction, just put n or not solvable para dun sa problem na yan. Okay? So, for your assignment, 5.3 and exercises 5.3 and 5.4, that will be in your textbook and will be submitted this coming weekend. Okay? So, mas maliit yung span ng time natin kasi parang each exercises parang 3 numbers lang for each section yung mangyayari kasi mountain na yung problems dyan. Okay? So, as another assignment, please review your analytic geometry, specifically yung pag-solve ng conic section, kasi on our next topic we will be discussing plane area. So, paggamit na ng mga napag-aralan nyo sa geometry and integral calculus. So, pagkuha ng area ng curve and an axis. Okay, bounded by a limit. Okay, so in your book there's also a review for the conics. So, review nyo na lang yun. And I will see you on the next video.